Let's also quickly take a look at some of the stocks that we are tracking, specific actions on stocks this afternoon.
Yes, Shweta. So let's start with the gainers first. Now, Adani Enterprises was a top gainer in today's session. It rallied over 3%. Now, this was on the back of IHC picking a stake of, worth 153 crores or 163 crores as per yesterday's closing. They have bought a stake from undisclosed buyer. The stake of about 0.06%, taking the total stake now to 5.04%. Now, if you remember last week, IHC selling stake in two of Adani Group companies was a major dampener for the stock, and today's reassurance that Adani is perhaps not going to lose a marquee player in IHC has boosted not only Adani Enterprises stock but also stocks of other Adani Group companies. And we saw, all of them post significant gains in the intraday trade, although there was some profit booking that took place at higher levels. Now, another stock among the blue chips that rallied today was Nestle. Nestle was up about 3% as well. Now, the company has said that it is considering its first ever stock split. And if you remember, Shweta, the stock of Nestle currently trades at about 22,900 levels or so. So a stock split will perhaps enable retail participants to also participate in that rally, because 22,900 is a very high price tag for the retail participants who have a small capital to begin with in the first place. So a stock split would overall improve the liquidity in the stock, will also help the company diversify its portfolio base. So perhaps that is playing out in the stock, and as a result we saw a 3% gain. Another reason is that Nestle is also considering a second interim dividend with its Q2 earnings that come out on October 19. Now, another stock that gained in today's session was Eicher Motors. Now, Eicher Motors has been under pressure for quite a while now. The stock is perhaps seeing some sort of a technical pullback. If you remember, the stock had corrected by about 3% or so yesterday after the September sales saw a degrowth, right. And the sales of Royal Enfield also declined about 3% year on year. I think there is some technical pullback playing out in Eicher, considering that other two-wheelers have posted decent gains of about 2 to 3%, whereas Eicher Motor in the last 1 month has been trading flat. Now, another bank we have been talking about, it was HDFC Bank. Now, HDFC Bank was a sole gainer in the Nifty banking space. The lender has now announced a restructuring of its top management. Now, this is the first restructuring post HDFC merger with parent company HDFC back in July, and it is also only the second restructuring since Shashidhar Jagdishan took over from Aditya Puri about back in October 2020. HUL was also another stock that gained today. It rose by over 1.5% after CLSA updated the stock to buy and raise the target price to 3,135, implying an upside of about 27% from the today's closing. Among the losers, Shweta, was Axis Bank. The stock snapped its 4-day winning streak to decline by over 4.5% in today's trade. Now, I couldn't find any particular reason why the stock fell, although there was a report from Hindu Business Line which suggested yesterday that perhaps Axis Bank could be looking to raise funds to the tune of 10,000 crore via QIP, although Axis Bank did come out today and said that the report is speculative and factually incorrect. So it played a dampener that the bank is not looking to raise funds. And SBI was also among the losers. It fell about 3%. Now, SBI is one of the only stocks, actually it's one of the few stocks in the PSU banking space that even the investors are still extremely bullish on. It has about 47 buy calls, which is the highest among the Nifty PSU bank constituents. IndusInd Bank also saw a decline of about 2.33% despite the company reporting steady growth business in its business update in Q2. Bajaj Auto saw a correction of about 2.2%. So these were some of the stocks that were in the news today.
All right, those are top losers and gainers, of course, for the Wednesday's trading session. Mr. Baliga, thanks very much, sir, for taking time out. Thank you for being with us. We'll get you back. We hope to get you back really very soon. To you too, Suyash, thank you so much for joining in.